Trump can never afford to lose a war, not the way the war was lost in Vietnam, not the way the war was lost in Kabul by the Biden administration. Win, win, win is this man's doctrine, and he thinks, both personally and politically, that he will suffer seriously if he's perceived to lose the war in the Ukraine. He wants, therefore, to cover his retreat. In a no-win situation, he walks away. If the Europeans are prepared to buy from the US and pay the US for the armaments they supply to the Ukraine and go on fighting, and if that fight doesn't result in a rout, in a Russian-imposed defeat, armistice, capitulation, Trump's happy. Trump's quite happy. That's a stable outcome. The problem is that Trump has very short attention span. I will walk away from any non-win situation. The Europeans, he correctly says in the national security document, are weak minority political combinations. Merz has political mandate from the last election of less than 28% of German voters. He can go on fighting a war with Russia by repressing German opposition to that view. But he's a weak politician, desperately trying to keep fighting a war because the prospect of losing that war is more imminently the destruction of Merz's government and coalition. The same can be said of the Macron trying to rule France with a popularity rating of somewhere between 10% and 15% public approval, no support or very little, unstable minority support in the Assemblée Nationale, the parliament. Macron rules by war making through executive decree. And it's a very weak position politically and domestically. He too can't afford to lose this war. Trump understands this. The Americans understand this too. The same with Starmer, who wins a landslide election, is now trailing the Reform Party of Nigel Farage. Were there to be another election, and there won't be for a while, Starmer would be annihilated. Each of these is weak in minority political terms and cannot bear the prospect of a major change